This is what was strange to me. The cop never put in his report that there was a fight. In fact, the report sounds like they chased him a few yards, tackled him, handcuffed him, and arrested him. It doesn't speak anywhere in that report, and I have it, where they speak about wrestling with him, tasering him, punching him, kicking him. But all of what I'm saying is on the body cam. Why is it they use that level of force to detain and arrest him and completely left it all out of the report? Greetings, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network, a network where we didn't come to lighten up, we come to tighten up, where we bring you the stories that other media outlets are afraid to touch, some run away from, but we run to those stories. A platform that gives the common everyday citizen in this country an opportunity to tell their story and give you the raw, unadulterated truth and all of the facts. There's no censorship here. This platform is for the people, the People's Global News Network. Thank you for tuning in once again, and we greatly appreciate your full-time support as you've always given it to us. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning, I'm fine.
We are here talking about a police department that has a notorious reputation in Galveston County, Texas. Galveston County law enforcement has a very shameful and wretched reputation in dealing with poor people, period. Poor blacks, poor browns, poor white people, you name it. If you are poor in Galveston County, Texas, the way you are treated by Galveston County local law enforcement agencies is absolutely disgraceful and shameful. Well, this mother is going to share the story of her son who literally could have been killed at his residence, and he was at home. Tell us the story, mother. What happened that day?
Well, he was at work. He goes to work every morning. He leaves at 6 o'clock. He went to work that morning. Somebody called in that a house was being burglarized, and they called them out, and there he was. He's working on a house. He's not burglarizing it. He had the keys to it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
Was anyone living there?
no,
Right. Okay.
they were working on the house. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
He was working at the house, and police was called.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked them, is he being detained? You know, they called him out. And so he started walking away and said, yes, you are being detained. And the officer started getting real agitated, he said. And that's when he got scared because he's been through this before. And he's never run, but he took off. And they chased him. And supposedly tased him once. He's down on the ground. The cop said he tackled him, but he swears that the cop that he's talking about was coming towards him. He was way ahead of him, and somebody hit him in the head and knocked him out. And when he woke up, he was being tased again. He was on the ground being tased.
Mm-hmm. So let's establish this from the reports that I've read and that we have investigated.
Mm-hmm.
He was there working, doing some repairs on a home.
Mm-hmm.
He even had keys to the home, from my
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
Someone called the police and said there was a guy breaking in this place.
Yes.
When police get there, he clearly explains to them on body cam, I work here, I'm remodeling this home. Here, I even have the keys. And still, that was not enough for them. They continued to be aggressive in their questioning of him and was treating him as though he was a suspect in an actual crime.
Right.
And he made it crystal clear to them, according to the reports, I'm working here. I haven't broken anything. You can call the guy who owns the premises. I have his number. Give him a call. He'll verify me. That's why I have the keys. And they began to aggressively wanted to handcuff him. And when they tried to handcuff him is when he ran away. But at the point where he said, look, I'm cooperating. I work here. They see all my tools. They see I'm in work clothes. people in the area can tell you I'm always working over here. Here's the keys I have to the house. You want to call the owner? Call the owner. What was the need to handcuff him and be aggressive with him?
He was on parole, and they had a blue warrant for him.
Mm-hmm. And so you believe he took off for the blue warrant?
Probably.
And when they arrested him, what else happened to him when he was arrested?
Well, from what I know, they had to take him to the hospital in an ambulance. His lungs was collapsed, one of them. His hand was fractured. His ribs were fractured. He had a cut over his eye and bleeding from his head. That's all I can remember.
So this was a simple, he runs a few yards, they run up and catch him, tackle him. Because when you read the report, what's suspicious about the report is the cop never talked about a fight. This is what was strange to me. The cop never put in his report that there was a fight. In fact, the report sounds like they chased him a few yards, tackled him, handcuffed him, and arrested him. It doesn't speak anywhere in that report, and I have it, where they speak about wrestling with him, tasering him, punching him, kicking him. But all of what I'm saying is on the body cam. Why is it they use that level of force to detain and arrest him and completely left it all out of the report? In fact, they don't even talk about his injuries like that.
Right.
In the report. It's almost like they tried to whitewash and clean up their report as though nothing really happened.
Right.
How long was he in the hospital?
4 days.
With a collapsed lung,
Yes.
broken ribs, skull fracture. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, none of this was in their report. I want to make it crystal clear. I'm reading it. It was right in front of my face. I'm reading it. None of this level of force, the level of injuries, was in the report. They made it sound like in the report he was okay, that he was fine. What did your son say happened to him?
He said that he ran. The officer that was chasing him fell. He stopped and turned around to look at him, make sure he was okay. That's him. And all of a sudden, somebody just knocked him out. That's what he remembers.
Well, we have requested the body cam, and shockingly, what they sent you, Mom, was edited body cam, not the actual encounter with her son.
Yep.
We're asking Galveston County law enforcement and the Galveston County District Attorney's Office, give us the actual body cam footage that shows the entire event of everything that took place. We want the body cam footage that shows the entire event. And what we want to do is take that body cam footage. We're going to release it to the public. And we're going to put up a copy of the report, the actual report, so you can see the report and read it, and then look at the body cam footage. And you, the public, the people, decide if this was a cover-up. You decide if law enforcement actually attempted in Galveston County, Texas, to cover up the physical abuse and the unnecessary excessive use of force against this suspect when they arrested him. He only ran a few yards, but they were angry because one of them, quote unquote, fell and bust his ass. And because they was angry about that, they wanted to teach her son a lesson and damn near beat him to death. Ma'am, how do you feel about this?
Nervous.
What has this done to you?
Make me try to figure out what I can do, what's going to happen. You know, and once this comes out, who knows?
Well, I can assure you, nothing's going to happen to you. I can assure you, nothing will happen to your son. And I can literally guarantee it. You got a problem, you call us.
Okay.
And I assure you, you won't have one.
Okay.
Because people should never be terrified of law enforcement. You are a tax-paying citizen.
Yep.
You have a right to expect law enforcement as a tax-paying citizen who pay their salaries. You have a right to expect the highest standard of conduct and performance, and you have a right to evaluate them and critique them as public servants and condemn and expose when they are wrong without
Right.
fear, without intimidation, and without being fear of being under threat. As a tax-paying United States citizen, Mother, you have that right and you have nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
What would you like to see happen in this case?
Oh, I'd like to see them change their ways. Maybe get rid of some of the bad ones. There's a few. They're
You-
not all bad, but there's a few there.
And let's make that crystal clear. There are some good cops.
Yep.
There's some good deputies. There's some good rangers and good sheriffs. But we don't hear enough from the good ones. When they see and identify the bad ones, they remain silent. We want that blue wall of silence to come down. And when that blue wall of silence comes down, then you will have total trust restored in your departments with the citizens. We always want to say and make it clear all cops are not bad, but all cops are complicit in the behavior of the bad ones when you see it and you don't report it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the People's Global News Network. And we here at the People's Global News Network is where you come and tell the world your story. Mother, thank you for your courage. Thank you for being strong and advocating for your son.
Yes, sir.
And we will push for transparency in this case. And we'll push for that real video and get it out to the public and let you read that report. Thank you for tuning in. Please share these stories as you always do. We thank you.